Okay guys, how you doing out there? My name is Kenneth. I'm the inventor of the Platinum 4K Cinema. Also the inventor, actually let me real quick. So I'm the inventor of the Platinum 4K Cinema. So what you're seeing right here, this is actually the new screen for the Platinum 4K Cinema lineup. This right here is our Silver Ultimate 4K Cinema screen. Let me show you what the Platinum looks like. I have one on here I'm actually doing on the wall for a customer right now. So that's the Platinum right there. And this right here is the Silver. Now, what I want to talk about is when I do my demonstrations, I do my demonstrations in well-lit environments. Also, too, sometimes from time to time turns the lights out to show you exactly what the screen looks like in a dark environment. But one of the things I do a lot when it comes to my screens is I test my screens against other superior projection screens. The reason why is to show you the worth of my screen. That instead of going out and spending about $5,000, $4,000 to $5,000 for a DMP Supernova, you could do it on our screen for much cheaper. Now, just to add, now, like I said, I've actually acquired some screen paint from a certain individual online. I'm very respectful. I'm not going to say the person's name or basically put them on blast. I don't do stuff like that. But I'm going to do the same demonstrations, as you see, same screens as you're seeing right here on the screen paint. Now, as before, as I said in the last couple of my video demonstrations, that, you know, when you watch these demonstrations done with these particular cheap screen paints that are using 4K upscaling, projectors are sitting way too close to the screen, dark environments are or what you call, not semi-dark, but ambient light controlled environments. Also, too, if you look at the surrounding area, that have the area is very dark. So they have dark rugs put in, dark walls, stuff like that to basically cancel out as much light as possible. As you can see in all my environments, the walls are white. So my white walls generate a lot more light. So you have to take that also too in consideration. So if you're going to go out and you're going to basically, if you just want a cheap projection screen, I don't know why you would go out and get a cheap projection screen, because there's no point in going out and spending the money, doing the research to get yourself a really good projector, and you're going to basically, display it on a cheap screen. So it's not your projector that's actually crappy, it's your screen. You know what I mean? If you have a bad screen, you're going to get the image on what that projector can put out. You can also get some pretty bad projectors, but you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, as I said before, in a lot of these demonstrations done with these cheap screen paints, there is no hard evidence of them actually doing any demonstrations against some top screens on the market, as you see I'm doing right here. They don't do them in fully lit environment. They don't use the bare minimum when it comes to showing off their screens, because the screens will come out looking like crap. So that's the reason why I did those demonstrations, to show you that, instead of you going out and spending 50 to 100 bucks for 2 quarts or 1 quart to 2 quarts, you can just go down to Home Depot. And like I said, it's for those of you who just want a quick fix screen, you really don't care what your performance is going to look like. But if you're going to spend the money for a cheap, if you're going to spend the money for a screen paint that really has no hardcore evidence to support what it can do, you might as well just go to Home Depot and just do it yourself. You know what I mean? It's $38 for a gallon. Okay, so it's just black paint and basically mixed in with a little gray or whatever they put into it. But that's pretty much it. That's all it is. I've been doing this for 7 years. I know all the tricks of the trades, and I know exactly when I see a cheap product, I know exactly what I'm looking at. So that's why I did those demonstrations, to show. And to put that AG47, you can see the difference between that FutureTech screen and these cheap screens, cheap so-called projection screens, and not blackout cloths, but screen paints. There's no point in paying $50 to $100 for a screen paint that literally you can make yourself, that will cost you $38 for a gallon. No shipping. It doesn't make a difference if you live overseas. Just make it yourself. You know what I mean? But you want something that's going to say, hey, look, this is better than a $5,000 Supernova. So I see a difference in this. And this is the reason why I'm going to put my money into this high-tech screen. So that's what I'm going to show you right here. All right, so let me show you what we got already on the board, actually on the screen. We have the Seymour AV. We got some screens from them. They make amazing screens. I love Seymour. They have the DMP Supernova right here. We have Stewart. Get that in there. Stewart film screens right there. And then we have Dapper right there. Dapper, mind you, by the way, has a 1.0 gain. For that, been a certain individual who was saying, well, what is the gain of your screen? Our screens are using an embedded code called Smart Technology Gain. Sorry, it does not go by the tradition of the 1.1 and 1.2. We try to do things differently over here. We try to think outside the box. So when it came to designing these screens, I wanted something different that separated me from everybody else. So please do not try to put us in the same category. All right, this is the Dapper screen. Firehawk G4. Over here we have the DMP Supernova. Mind you, that is the blade screen right there. Their blade screen. Over here we have the Dark Star 9 by Elite screen that has a gain of 0.9. Alright, I think that folded a little bit right there. Alright, let's put that back up there. Alright, over here I had somebody ask me, why don't you test your screen against the Cinema Gray 5D by Elite Screens? Well, guess what? You just got your wish. This right here is a 1.5 right there in gain. Put that right there. Alright, and then over here by Seymour AV, we have their AV 1.2. Alright, now like I said, I'll have people come in and say, you know, you're this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. If you're not doing the same demonstrations that we're doing, then you have no room to talk. Oh, I forgot. My distance from where it's sitting from my wall to my projector, we are 10 feet back. What a lot of people fail to understand is the reason why you have to do distance is because if you're going to be doing if you have a long throw projector, you got to pull it back some. You're going to, right now I have it 10 feet, and this is just getting a 100-inch screen at 10 feet. So, mind you, if you want a 120, 150-inch screen, 170-inch screen, you got to bring your projector back pretty far. We're talking about 16, 17, some of them are 23 feet back. If your picture quality does not look the exact same way as if you have the projector, say, 5 feet from the screen or 3 feet from the screen, it should look the same way if you're pulling it back at least 25 feet from the screen. It should look that good. Now, if you can do that in a fully lit room, and mind you, that projector is going to cut through all that ambient light and hit the screen and come back. Also, to consider the fact the bigger the screen, the wider the pixelations have to expand, which means the picture quality diminishes a little bit. People don't consider that in there when they're watching demonstrations, but you have to look at all of that in there. Can't just go, hey, look, my screen looks beautiful, it looks sharp, it looks amazing. No, that's not enough. That's not enough right there. All right, let me get started on this real quick. Let's well, we can do this with the lights on. We'll do some with the lights on, some with the lights off. Okay, let's start this right now. Also, too, I want to put a little comment at the end to a certain individual. You'll know who I'm talking about. On how you handle your business, on how you do things right. Now wait, I'm going to pause it right about... Sorry about that, I'm trying to get the pause in here. No, I don't know why I decided to lean over the projector and try to pause at the same time. Hold on for a minute. Lean over the screen and try to pause it. I'm going to go right here. Now we're going to look at the skin tones. Now mind you, these are the skin tones right here. Right there in the middle, we have the DMP Supernova. I put the DMP Supernova on this screen, the screen paint that I bought offline, and the DMP Supernova was amazing. It just looked amazing on that screen. All right, let's go back over here. Now mind you, we have the lights on, fully lit environment. Look at the screen's reaction to these high performance screens. Now mind you, this is a 100-inch screen, 16.9. None of these samples up here are going to cost you, we're thinking about, okay, the price we're thinking about for the silver screens, we're going to be charging somewhere around like $9.85 for them, or somewhere around $9.80 for them. So you consider the fact that all these samples that you're seeing up here, none of these samples, a 100-inch screen is going to cost you $980. You know that. Look at this skin tone. Look at this. Look at the white levels right there. Trust me, I do my homework. When it comes to my technology, I do my homework. You know what I mean? I'm not just taking some paint or whatever it is, mix it together and throw it up there. And this right here, mind you, as I explained when I did a demonstration on the Fusion Silver screens have a process where the chemical is actually fused into the surface. These particular screens are coated on. And they look absolutely fantastic. Look at this. Look at the skin tones. Let's take the lights out completely. And like I said, I do my research, I do my work. Look at this. Come over here for a minute. Just want to pause this right here. Now mind you, look at the skin tones right here. We have over here, as I said before, that is the Seymour AV 1.2. That is the Gray Cinema 5D by Elite Screens. Elite Screens Dark Star 9. Supernova right there, DMP, Firehawk, G4. And then we have the Dapper screen right there. Need I say any more about the technology on these screens? Now, some of these screens have good angle gain and some of them don't. But when you get right in the front of them, this is what they turn into. Okay, let me come back over here. Start this again. These screens are absolutely, this particular screen for Platinum is the Platinum 4K Cinema. This is an actual silver screen. Has amazing, wait, I gotta come back here and pause right here too. Sorry about that, I'm having a ball here, people. But it has amazing, amazing 3D capability. They can be used with 4K, they can be used with DLP, they can be used with LED, they can use with laser projector, LCD. The lowest amount of lumens you can use on this screen is 200 lumens, and they're using our own customized engineered smart technology gain times 2. Look at that. Now mind you, these screens will be available in fixed frames only. The launch date for the new silver will be available this Friday coming up. We will have it later on next week in a blackout cloth so we can ship that overseas. We are going to be making this in the 120-inch 16:9 motorized tension screen, and we do have an outdoor screen coming out very soon. But it just shows you exactly how powerful these screens are. Okay, here we go. Like I tell people, before coming on my channel and basically trying to discredit my work, do the exact same demonstration yourself. Match my demonstrations. Now my screen, as you look at my screen here, it's not blending in, it's not matching the screen, it's outperforming it. Okay guys, something I want to say real quick. As I said before, near the end of this is something I actually want to talk about really quick. Let me pause this real quick. This is to you, Mr. J. Let me tell you something about business, man. First of all, when you play someone's cell phone recording on YouTube, it makes you look really bad. It does. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me upset, because the bottom line is, as I said before, I have contracts off YouTube. I have NDAs that are being signed for technology I designed. You can see right here, my technology is very, very good. I mean, the fact that I was able to blow out these screens with no problem. I did it 10 feet back. I did it with the lights on. I did it with the lights off. I do demonstrations that a lot of people don't do. But the part you have to understand is you have to carry yourself in a professional manner. Because not only do you have customers looking at your product, but you also have companies that will come in and look at your technology. And the reason why you messed up really, really bad is because when you did that displaying my voice on YouTube like that, you kind of tainted your name. You kind of tainted your product when you do stuff like that. Tell you the truth, honestly, all fairness aside, if I didn't know you and I saw that demonstration, I wouldn't buy from you. And the reason why is because if you're that petty to do something like that, then why would I trust you with my credit card information and my shipping address if you do stuff like that? See, the problem is that the stuff that you do, like I said, you have potential. You just have to, a lot of people want to basically take the easy way. They want to do everything the easy way, and it doesn't work that way in life. You have to work for it. I've been working 7 years at this. So you need to take the time, reevaluate what you're doing, and come up with proper hardcore tests on your product. Like I said, you have potential. When I turned out the light and I showed your screen, I said, it's amazing. It looks nice with the lights out. But when you turn it on, the screen automatically fades. It washes out. It doesn't do well against these high performance screens. It really doesn't. And the fact that anyone can make your product and reproduce it just like that, it gives you an idea that maybe you need to basically come up with a better formula. So, but what you just did by displaying our conversation on YouTube, you really outed yourself, man, and that's a shame. That's a shame that you did that to yourself, because now any company that comes in, or if they took a whiff of it already, won't touch you with a 10-foot pole, because you kind of outed yourself as being not very professional. And you know, on my end, it doesn't bother me at all. If you notice in the video demonstrations, I have not disrespected you in any way. I have not said things out of my mouth. I said I'm going to keep this video very respectful, because I have to be in this particular field. You have to act professional. All right. If you want people to look at you as a professional and what you do, you have to act professional. And what you did, I feel sorry for you, man, because you really tainted yourself pretty bad. Alright, on that note, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video demonstration. The new silver screens will be available at the end of the week. I got to get going because I still have a few contracts I have to look over. You guys all have a good one.